And he would say all the time, she's going to make somebody a good wife. And then he divorced her. And then she wants to come to Philadelphia, so she gave me a call. I need $400 and some to come from. Well, give it to you, but sure. Abdul-Malik says, you just have to trust me. I said, sure, I trust you. Since 1987, I'm telling you. I made that Negro forget that I had told him in 87 that he's a police. Made him forget it. Why? Because of his behavior. He's running around. He's running all of those centers in California almost. He's the big shot, right? That's what he thinks. You can tell when he would come, he thought he was the big shot. And what would I do? I would play the dumb Negro. You got to have fun. You got to play the dumb Negro. Forget about all over the world, here, there, and all that. Forget about it. If people think you a stupid nigga, you be that. For how long? For however long it takes. If the police want to make you like that, go ahead. Why? Because you got all the time in the world. Well, you got a little time. If they catch you in the middle, it's curtains. Here's what I'm trying to say. From Oakland up to now, from those days way back when we did this Oakland story thing, when we built, it just never happened before. It ain't never happened. Young African Americans, everybody under 25. Everybody under 25. And 18 to 25. Own things that they have. East Oakland Enterprises was an economic enterprise zone. And they looked at that. They said, we're not having no more of that stuff, especially under no Islamic guidance, Islamic discipline. So, what do they always do? They always go, and like they do it all over, and they build up whoever they want to build up, they build it up. They can have this masjid full of people tomorrow. Full of people. And after they fill it up, they can empty it out. So what do you want to do? Just to be brief, if we're rolling along in the early 90s, about 95 and that period, we start our As-Sabiqun and we give them carte blanche, whatever they call it. So on the surface, Abdul-Malik, Sister Bahia and them in the school, all of that, them schools is running just like that. Remember the school here? The only people that was never recognized at the school was me and Brother Tufel. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Me and Tufel. It's not that we don't, but $500,000. You gotta imagine that he don't, during the winter, all the time, kids gotta stay warm. They gotta stay warm. Who wants to freeze? You can't freeze the children, right? When somebody couldn't pay, Sister Bahia would say, you gotta go. They gotta go. What would I tell them? I said, a smart kid got a dumb parent, so they owe us $3,000. I'll take care of it. I'm taking care of everything else, right? I am. It's not that nobody wants you to say thank you, or that's wonderful. It's not necessary. I mention it now because that's the only reason that we mention it. It was only 2 people when they have the programs and all that stuff there. They would have all the teachers, Khalada, Hafiz, all of them people, they would be giving little talks. And you would think Sister Bahia and that black woman, Flip Wilson's wife, was Flip Wilson, you know, right? The guy probably has never prayed in his life except behind other people. I'm sure he does know how, maybe. But look, you know, I want to explain something because people get worried about social media. Social media, my behind. Let me tell you something, brothers. When I was in Phoenix, it was Phoenix, and I was driving down the street going to the hotel. The police stopped me and said, you're going this way and that way. That's not possible. I just come off the highway. So he took his flashlight. He has with him the civilian. He asks the civilian some number. That means the civilian's number. The civilian is a doctor. He's telling him, you know the test that you take, can you follow this? Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you? That's what I'm doing. I said, wait a minute, man. Is this some psychological test? No. You're going to get back on the road, and there's no problem, Mr. Reams. We just want to, can you follow this? They're doing a psychological, you got to remember, that's between the time I'd been busted upside the head and the time I went to the hospital. They wanted to, can you turn your eyes this way? Turn your eyes that way. He's giving me the exact same test they kept giving me over and over again in the hospital. I told Fatima that. She said, you was probably going this way and that way. I said, you know, that's what the police said. I said, just like the police said when I turned the corner down here, when y'all was in the car, that I didn't use a turn signal. Just like the police said out there on the highway in Memphis, said at 70 miles an hour, your tail light, no. Your brake light is not. I said, how the hell do you know about a brake light? I'm traveling 70 miles an hour. Well, it's dim. It's a dim my behind. Because that's the way I talk to the police out there. Dim my behind. Each time I do that, my family acts like that I'm the one did something wrong. On one highway up there in Jersey, they says, well, the reason I stopped you, he said it a half an hour later. The first thing he said was, let's see your insurance statement. So I looked for the insurance. I got all the 5 old ones of that car out there. I said, now, I already know I put that thing in here. I said, stop looking. Stop looking. It ain't in here. Somebody had taken it out. So the police said, what? I said, stop looking. That's what I just said. So Sister Bahia says, I just want to, please, we just want to take our daughter to school. I said, don't you never say please to no Peckerwood in front of me. You don't never say that. And not in front of me, you don't. Please, Mr. Peckerwood, I want to take my daughter. Your daughter will get to school eventually. It don't make no difference what the hell he do. So he tells me, you know, the reason I stopped you, of course, and I'm going to let you go like I do everywhere else. Do you know the most stopped man in the world is me? I get stopped every day, all the time, all over the country, with no license, no nothing, and I always get off. Okay. Sometimes they even ask, what do you want us to do with it? And they tell them the same thing. Just like there in what's that city in Vegas? They put me in jail, but they let me go. I was supposed to show up to court on March 20th. There's no warrant out for my arrest, March, whenever it was. I ain't showed up for not one single stop that I've ever had in the last 20 years. I don't show up at them. Why? Because they just stopping me to mess with me, and then they write the thing off. But my family, the minute everything that they do, they say it's all right because the police said it. Well, Dad, you should have when you went by the emergency vehicle, which is them, the police, his lights flashing, he said they had lost so many friends like that. I said, hell, he waited a half an hour so I would forget where the hell I was. I said I was already in the fast lane. Then, after I passed him, I got over in the slow lane. But my dear family, they got to straighten their butt out. Talking about social media. I told my kids, these white folks trying to kill your daddy, and you're going to cooperate with them. They're trying to kill your daddy, and you sitting there, anything they say, you're going to agree with them. The white man. I said, everything they say, that's why they shoot a nigga a week. I said, they blow us away. He looked like he had a gun. I said, your daddy don't mind martyrdom, but he wants to live to finish this work just for the heck of it. Say, you folks going to have to straighten it up. What is it? It's a misguided mama working with abdul-Malik. Her job is the reason she's there now. She was there. Why? Because abdul-Malik put her on post and never took her off post. She was married to abdul-Malik. Curly-headed. She was with Stokely Carmichael. Stokely Carmichael's main man, till he died, was by his husband. He was in the military. What the hell is he doing? A captain in the military with Stokely Carmichael. Nothing adds up. Nothing adds up. Then he brings her to California. I got a new job for you. Stokely won't be around. He's not important. Why don't you go on and come out here? Bring your son, bring Jamal, our son. And we'll live happily ever after, and I'll put you under somebody. Because somebody used to talk. You're thinking about books? Don't worry. You don't have to worry about books no more. That's what he's telling her. She's right down there right this minute because that's what she's told to do. Do you think I care anything about them jumping up and down and hollering on the social media? All they can do is prove my case. The people said that, well, in the game, if somebody want to put somebody next to you, they always use a woman. Don't they? No. When did I know that? The day it happened. I knew it was coming all the time. As we go through this, you'll find that evidently you have to be able to take it. You have to be able to take it. Shoot, I like my family. In fact, I want them to be proud of their daddy, the stuff they do, that I do. I want them to say, yeah, my daddy do this, my daddy do that. I don't want them to say that stupid stuff that they be talking. That they be talking right now. That they be talking right now. It's because it's too difficult for them to accept that their mama, now what I'm is who she is. That's too bad. That we're in the movement. The biggest lesson they'll learn is, and this is a hard one for them, my mama is who she is, and my father is who he is. That's all. And you can't make one bad and the other. I'll get to this bad stuff. Let's look at what some of the stuff that's really going on. Protracted struggle. We talked about that. Step 1, destabilizing. Step 2, temporary transformation. Step 3, organizing unity of opposition, semi-consolidation. Step 4, regional vision. Regional vision. Step number 5, victory. This comes off of a paper. It was for 2011. There's other stuff. I don't want to da. But Equine and all those people, they didn't pay no attention to what we told them. I was at a joint not far from here. Masood Chaudhry, head of the Islamic civil rights, something or other.